Hi guys, welcome back. I've had a lot of requests lately for some mat lower body routines, so that is what I'm giving you today with this mat lower body toning bar routine. And as the name would imply, all you need is a mat and your nice strong legs. So if you're ready, let's do it. All right, we're gonna pretty much get right on into this one. So I recommend that if you haven't already done a warm-up, do some kind of warm-up, get moving for a little bit, just to make sure that all of the muscles are nice and warm and that we're feeling a little bit more open for this workout. So I have lots of options that you could check out. This is a fun workout to do after a bit of cardio, or even if you've just like gone for a walk or a run or something like that, but just make sure that you are warm coming into this. And we will get started. So you're gonna take the legs nice and wide. That looks super weird. All right, you're gonna take the knees nice and open here. You're gonna press all the way up, squeeze the butt tight, and then you're just going to drop the butt back toward the heels. Exhale, lift, inhale, touch. So it's a mat squat. We're opening through the hips. We're getting a little bit of the outside of the thighs and glutes. Nice tight squeeze at the top, shoulders are back and down, so we're maintaining that beautiful posture. We're going to be doing a lot, with the turnout or open hips in this workout because it's sort of a bar themed mat routine. So we just want to make sure that we're ready to spread them wide. Get ready for it. So just keep lifting and lowering, big squeeze of the butt each time. Nice and easy. So not too crazy a start here. Sort of like relax into it, but don't worry. We're gonna get the burn going. Yes, we are, and it's gonna be such a good like sculpting workout. So getting ready for short season, which I mean, feels a long way off, but hopefully isn't that far off. I don't know. Who knows? Do one more here. And then you're gonna dip kind of, not even halfway. The knees are gonna stay at the same angle, but you're gonna tuck and release. Tuck and release. Keep going there. I'm gonna turn to the side. So I'm just gonna show you from the side so you can see what I mean here. So a little bit back, but I'm not coming up and down. I'm just tucking, release, tuck, release. So just like how we tuck in most of my bar workouts, most of my standing bar workouts, we're tucking here, right now. So legs should be burning just doing this. Who says you can't get the legs burning just down on the floor? You can, you definitely can. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, from there, we're gonna come down onto one side. So that's good news. We already get to lie down basically. So you can come all the way down here. You can rest head in the palm or go all the way long. Those are pretty much the usual options for this. Keep it bend in the knees, navel drawn in tight, hips stay stacked, heels together. We're gonna exhale open, inhale close. Basic clamshell. Don't worry, we're gonna jazz these up, but we're gonna start here with this basic clamshell because it's a fun one to come back to. It's a good one just to like check in, make sure you're not swinging back like that. So you shouldn't ever feel like you're having a hard time keeping that bottom side of the body in place on the floor. It shouldn't ever be lifting away. This back hip shouldn't be rotating open. Hips will stay stacked. So you can bring a hand to that hip, just give it a little bit of gentle pressure, make sure it's staying there, and really, that's kind of powered by this tuck of the navel. That keeps everything in place all the time. It's magical like that. It's so magical. And we're just gonna keep opening and closing here. These really aren't that bad. You might start to feel like the little inklings of a burn in the outer thigh and glute, but nothing too serious yet. We're cool, we're here, we're chilling. So casual. Keep this next one open. So keep that same angle, knee stays exactly where it is. You're gonna exhale, extend, push to the heel. inhale, touch. So these ones we are doing with a closed hip. I say these ones because that's a big hint. There are gonna be more that maybe don't happen with a closed hip. But for now, we have a closed hip. So that foot is going sort of forward. It's a little bit lower. So if you're going like really up high, I'll show you what I mean. If you're going like wah, all the way up there, you are probably using the hip to do it. So don't open up the hip just yet. Stay here with these ones. Let's get outer thigh and glute first. Step one. And just keep going here. Apparently you guys like these sort of like lying down lower body routines. I do too, so like I feel it. I'm here with you. These are some of my favorite ones to do, but yeah, I do tend to get requests for these. And yeah, I'm always happy to do a request. Always happy to do that. So, you know, let me know if you ever have any requests. I want to do what you guys want to see. And last one here. And then we're going to combo. So you're going to close, open, extend. Right? So it comes back in, extend. Heels, knees, open, extend. So still just as much control, just as much power with each of those. So is it starting to look a little bit like spring where any of you guys are? I know it's like only February, so I might be like jumping the gun a little bit, but yeah, in Madrid, usually we do have like a little bit, like a taste of spring by this point. So I think depending on where you guys are, maybe you have two. I mean, I think most of us, based on analytics, are in the Northern Hemisphere, but I suppose some of you guys watching might not be, in which case we're not talking about having a taste of spring, are we? We're coming out of summer, so lucky you. Go for a couple more here. I think I would like to experience like a hot Christmas at some point in my life. Last one here, but it sounds so strange to me. And release. Okay, you're gonna keep knees open, keep the heels here, this bottom knee stays down, but you're gonna lift. So feet lift, and that top knee is drawing in toward kind of like the ear, the top ear, but this bottom knee stays planted. So exhale, lift, inhale, touch. We're working that top oblique. Also, you're gonna keep feeling that burn in the outer thigh and glute. We're just gonna keep building on that, which has been pretty much the theme of my week. So yeah, I'm like getting a little bit antsy to like put on some shorts or something, because I'm like, man, put in a lot of work on this, putting in a lot of work, kind of want to start like showing it off, seeing the fruits of my labor. But yeah, it's definitely like nowhere near short season yet. Sad face. Go for 3, 2, we're gonna keep it up on 1. So hips stay stacked. We're gonna inhale, close, exhale, open. Inhale, close, exhale, open. Notice feet stay floating here. They're having a great time hanging out there. They're just fine. So they're just like propped up on a little invisible step. And we just keep opening and closing, getting that little shake. Shake, shake, shake. So you should feel that shake each time. Don't shy away from it. No, we like it. And go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So remember when I said eventually we would be opening the hip? That's now. So this time you're gonna extend. You will open the hip, touch back to air. So I like to do this one with toes pointed just to get that length and touch. So notice I am sort of like rolling open a little bit, but it's not so far back that I'm like, wow, all the way down here. I can still firmly keep that side of the body on the floor. But within that, I'm stretching open through the hip as much as I can. So still controlling, still staying tight through the navel, so I'm not swinging around all over, but going for a little extra lift this time, which actually I think feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. I like these kind of open hip ones. Because so often our hips are like closed up if you're sitting a lot during the day, if you're working a desk job. So it just feels really nice to like get it open. Do a couple more here. Make sure that as you're closing the feet, the knees, they're not friends. Last one there. Guess what? We're gonna put together again. So now the knees get to be friends. They close, open, extend, touch. Close, open, extend, touch. Remember to breathe. Hope you're getting that burn. Stick with it. So just because we're on the floor doesn't mean it's not gonna hurt. It's not how that works. Here's 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good, knees stay open, and now you're gonna push to the back. Ah, I got the wall there. So for this one, you're gonna tilt the chest forward a little bit. You're kind of pushing at a back diagonal. That's the word. So kind of like up and on an angle. Ideally, you wanna be pushing a little bit more behind you, but my usual excuse, I've got the wall there, so that's kind of in the way, but you should feel the glute engaging. So really think of pushing back, back, back. You shouldn't even really be able to like see it if your gaze is forward. You don't want to like be able to see it out of the peripheral vision. Whoop. And go for 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it in, close it up, lower the legs down. Real quickly before we get to that other side, just wrap that active leg around the top, twist toward it, so nice big stretch there. The harder you worked, the better the stretch is going to feel, so I hope this stretch feels nice, real nice. Deep breaths there. Getting to the other side. Woo! Flip it over. There we go. Okay, so go ahead and lower down. Ooh, that one, yeah, that feels well worked. Cool, that's what we're after. Okay, so regular clamshell here. To start, heels stay together, navel in tight, knees bent, exhale open, inhale, closed. So keeping it really nice and tight, we're not swinging open there. We just want to feel that controlled little burn there, and then release. I'm trying to think, could you do this with the circle band? I suppose. It's a little tricky because for some of those things, like where we start opening the hip, the band would probably slide around, and like that sort of thing like really like drives me bananas. So if you don't want to deal with that, I wouldn't do this one with a band, but I suppose you could in theory. It would be quite a doozy because we are doing quite a few reps. So I wouldn't do, and especially for this kind of like fine toning, I wouldn't do a super resistant band. Like for ones where you're standing and like squatting, things like that, you can kind of do a little bit more resistance because you've got so much power in it. But for these, where it's more controlled fine toning, little bit less resistance is going to serve you better. Clamshells all day, every day. Yes. So yeah, this workout specifically, if you do work a desk job, is a really good one because we're just moving through, we're taking different angles with the hips, we're moving things around, opening it up. These are good also if you ever suffer from sciatica, which can also be made worse by long periods of sitting. Keep it open, exhale, extend, inhale, bend. Basically, I feel like what I've been getting at lately is like, do not sit. Like, as much as possible, try to move around. Like, even if you've got a desk job, like, get up and move every hour. Like, do a little cardio, do some squats, do some jumping jacks. Like, there's really no excuse. You can always kind of like get up for a few minutes and just do something, like stretch, do arm circles, do something. Even in limited space, you can do it. But we were not meant to sit for long periods. Our bodies don't work like that. They are not meant for it. Make sure that you're keeping that top shoulder open, chest open, so you're not collapsing there. Couple more here, and then we're gonna put these two together. The second side actually feels better for me so far. I probably just cursed it saying that. So we're going to close, open, extend, in, especially because this is my non-dominant. So actually now I'm really suspicious. Yeah, I think I just cursed it. Yep, back to finishing with my non-dominant. Oh, some things will never change. Never change. Hopefully you guys, it's something that you think about. Like, start with your non-dominant, get it out of the way. If you feel like you don't have like a strongly dominant side on the lower body, then just mix up the one that you start with. Keep it even. For me, I do have a fairly strongly dominant side, which is my right. Except for side planks. That's about it. Side planks, I'm stronger on the left. Weirdly. Don't know why. But yeah, you just never know. These things are weird like that. And go for 2. And we'll do one more here. Hiya. Good. Okay, so we're gonna keep the knees open. Bottom knee stays down. We lift and lower. Yeah, these are the ones that are actually killing me. And I will say, you can do these with a band. They're super hard. They're super hard with a band. Even though we're not actually like opening and closing there, you've got to maintain it open so there's just constant resistance. And then with that lift. So I'm not saying, like, by no means am I saying don't do it. I'm saying, like, you know, go big, try it with a band, see what you think. It's, yeah. It's gonna rock your world. Let's just say that. Do a few more here. But you'll feel good for having done it. And last one. And we're gonna close and open. Close and open. So yeah, if you guys ever have like ideas for like how you want to like spice stuff up, I like to do most of my routines so that if you don't have any equipment at home, you can kind of like do it, you know, with just a mat and yourself. Because there is, I think, so much that you can do there, and I kind of want to show you guys, like, you don't necessarily need equipment. Like, there's so much you can do without any equipment at all. But if you have a little bit of equipment, if you have some bands or a ball or ankle weights or dumbbells, anything like that, like, there are so many ways that you could add on to these workouts, just adding in those things. So, you know, get creative. And then when there are places where you could potentially add something in, I do usually like address it just as like, you know, if you wanted to kick this up a level, you could. You always can. You can. There's never like a limit, really. Last one, keep it open. Now we do the open hip. So, exhale, extend, and touch. Yeah, I don't know why I said this side felt better. It definitely does not. That was premature. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. I was like, nope. Actually, this side is definitely burning more. But that's fine. That's fine, because after this, there's no third side, so, you know, we can push through it. A few more here. And hip might be a little bit tighter on one side, so angle might be slightly different. For me, that's definitely the case. Last one there, and then we put it together. So close, open, extend. Toes, knees, open, extend. So now the foot is kind of coming up over the head. Core is still tight here, so you're not going to like fall backwards or anything like that. Keep that bottom foot lifted. If it's starting to drop, I know I haven't addressed it very much, but if it's starting to drop, keep it lifted. Few more here. Ooh, I am shaky on this side. And last one, knees stay apart. You're gonna push to the back. So chest has to roll forward just a little bit, touch toes back together. Exhale, push back. Inhale, touch. Exhale, push back. Inhale, touch. Don't let the bottom foot drop. Don't let it drop. I know it's thinking about it, or maybe it's not thinking about it. It's not a conscious decision, but maybe it's just doing it. It's just casually doing it, thinking that you don't notice. So keep it lifted. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Close, lower. We'll do that same quick stretch. There's more though. We're not done just yet, but give it a quick stretch there. Whoo, okay, yeah. So if the stretch feels really good, then you probably earned it. Oh man, okay, I could stay there forever, but we're not going to. We're gonna see this thing through. So go ahead and come all the way down onto your back. We're going to do knees open wide here, heels together, toes apart. Heels are gonna be down, toes are gonna be lifted. So it's like a little V shape with the feet, also known as a first position. So the head stays open, arms just down by the side, shoulder blades tucking under. We're gonna do a bridge lift here. So keeping the knees wide, you're gonna exhale, lift, inhale, touch. So it's actually not so different from where we started this workout with that mat squat. It's fairly similar in terms of it is the butt that's driving things. It's a big squeeze at the top, keeping knees apart. But now we're just gonna start to add on a little bit more to that. And this is gonna be our big finale. Squeezing the butt in from either side, even as the knees are turned open. Here's 4, 3, 2, get ready to hold the next one, stay up here, and you're just gonna pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Keep toes lifted off the floor. I know that is not easy, but it's what we're gonna do. Squeeze the butt tight enough to crack an egg in it each time. We're making omelets. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze on one. Knees are just gonna go out, 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 out. So little flutters, hold that squeeze of the butt, keep the navel drawn in tight. Remember to breathe. Upper body's relaxed. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you're gonna lower it all the way down. This time, as you lift, knees are going to come all the way together. So inhale, on the exhale, you're gonna lift. Whoop, knees are friends. Inhale, release, knees are enemies. Frenemies, they're frenemies. Friends at the top, enemies at the bottom. I forgot how much I just really enjoy the word frenemy. It's like, it just sounds so cute. I mean, I know frenemy is not a great thing, but like, it's such a cute word. Frenemy. So yes, your knees are frenemies right now. So really slow on that release. Don't just like splat down. No sad splats. Few more here. Hi, inner thighs. Thanks for joining the party. Here's 3. So kind of you. 2. And 1. Now, guess what? The toes get to come down, so you can step the feet in a little closer. Keep the knees glued together. They're friends again. Squeeze the butt tight. We're going to touch butt to floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. So just a narrow bridge here. I really do want you focused on keeping the knees and inner thighs glued together because it just makes it a little bit harder. Engages a little bit more of inner and outer thighs. So keep that nice and tight. Exhale on each lift. I know those knees want to migrate apart. Go for 4, 3, 2, hold 1 and pulse it here. Pulse, 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 full squeeze each time. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to inhale, release. So this time you can roll fully onto the sides of feet, toes are down, and then we're gonna exhale, lift. So 10 of these to the finish line. Should be feeling shaky on that release because you're trying to hold on to it. You don't want to let it go. Legs are moving equally. Here's 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold it on 1. Just hold it here, reach long through the kneecaps, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, and we'll release actually knees open, just as we were doing, soles of feet together. Oh, let the knees just drop open. Remove any energy at all from the legs, just let them drop to wherever they drop to. Don't try to force them open, don't try to hold them up at all. Let them do what they want to do, what they're feeling called to do right now. And just take some nice deep breaths here. Ooh. Yay. All right, let's give that a quick little stretch out here. So bring the knees back together. There we go. We'll do a supine pigeon. So cross right ankle over left knee, right knee goes wide, hug around either back of the left thigh or left shin. Just make sure that you're not, let's see, up here, I'm trying to do it. I can't even do it. Make sure you're not lifting the tailbone, which sometimes people will do. That is a cheat. If you're lifting the tailbone, you're not gonna feel that stretch there because now we're curling the back. We're not getting the stretch from the level of the hip. So really ground down, push that tailbone into the floor. Same with the shoulders, so nice flat back here. If you want, you can take a little wiggle side to side. I usually like that. That is my preference, but you know, you do you. And then release the left foot. We'll go a little bit more intense here as long as it feels okay for that right knee. You can just fully hug it in. So kind of thinking of bringing the right ankle or heel up toward the left shoulder but keep that ankle straight. So you don't want to like let it sickle like that where it's bending at the ankle. Keep it straight, so keep that foot flexed, really supported through the ankle, and then pull it up. It is a big stretch. It's a supine pigeon. It's a good one. And go ahead, release. Touch the right foot to floor, left ankle crosses here, left knee goes out and away, and then grab behind thigh or shin. Keep pressing the tailbone down. Deep breaths here. If you want, you can take a little rock here, side to side. You're pressing that left knee out away from you. And then release. Goodbye, right leg, it can go away. And then cradle, really supporting that left ankle again. And draw it in. Keep pressing everything down into the floor. And release. Hug both knees in, take a little rock here. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, as many as you want. Come up to a comfortable seated position. That is us done. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that workout. Like I said, I mean, some days you don't want to be standing, but you still want to really burn, and I think that's a perfect one for those days. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button down below. And of course, if you want to catch my other workouts, lots of barre, lots of Pilates, some cardio in there, all kinds of crazy stuff, make sure that you are subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. And if you have anything specific that you would like to see in the future, let me know down below in the comments. I will see you guys back here in the next one. Bye.